Welcome to Fragmental.
An amusing take on random topics. So that's become our tagline now. And I have to still reach out if those of you that listened to the last one about our merch. I gotta get those T-shirts.
No, we gotta get that. It's sweet merch.
It did see merch. They got the "so" and then what was it? Welcome to Fragmental on the back, or however we want to do it.
Yeah.
Oh
so,
no! Welcome to Fragmental on the back, and then "so" on the
dot.
dot. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, it's good merch.
Yeah, it is. We can start advertising that on our website that nobody goes to.
We can, on Twitter, we'll be like, first 5 retweets, get Fragmental, whatever.
Yeah. Crickets.
It'll be us.
Yeah, from our personal accounts. Hey, look, we have the first 2 winners. 3 more. We only have 3 more, guys. That'd be great.
Right, we're almost out.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? We're going to extend it to 2 more people.
I know we said it was only an hour, but it's going to be easily 72 hours.
Exactly. Maybe 96. We don't know. We have 400 T-shirts.
We're doing this till our next podcast.
Exactly.
Now.
We have 400 T-shirts to get rid of.
So, I mean, the weather's cooling off. I mean,
yeah,
it's
fuck, man. It's the middle of October.
Dude, it's Halloween season, man.
Yeah, it is. This year's almost over.
That's crazy.
I told you, I was in Lowe's the other day, and they had fucking Halloween stuff up and Christmas stuff up at the same time.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, Christmas Ween or Hollow Miss. No, Chris. Okay. How did I actually said it? I texted you, and I was saying it was fun.
I don't remember.
Hey, if you had seen the text, it was hysterical.
In the moment, it was great.
It was absolutely. It's fucking perfect in the moment. But yeah, I mean, I love this weather. It's like
I do too. Nice light jacket, long sleeve shirt, whatever.
Yeah, you and I were talking earlier. The sun's out, so the car warms up, but you still have the windows down.
Oh, I love it with the windows down.
You know, no need for the heat or the air.
Right. I mean, you get the flannels with the patches on the elbows.
Yeah.
For the millennials.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought that was me from the podcast of me reading the paper in the morning. With my smoking jacket. Yeah.
Just longing for the days of Nash Ramblers.
Jeez, bring the Nash Rambler on. So all the 3 people that listened to the earlier podcast would get that, or maybe not. It's been months or years since they.
It's been a year since the initial Nash Rambler. Joke.
Yeah, the initial. Probably a year. I think we started September.
Yeah,
we started in September last year.
Man, that's crazy.
It is. It goes by quick.
It does.
So we're back here. Like I said, it's fall here in Central Ohio. We talked about football that's coming up.
Football's great.
Football's in the middle of that, starting NFL wise, but we're halfway through the college season.
Yeah, we're getting halfway through. Bowl season starts just at the beginning of December.
Holy shit!
Because now, all the college teams are getting into. Now it's like league season, right? So the Big Ten season or whatever.
Oh, right, right.
If you're, Ohio State fan or ACC for us Q's guys.
Yeah.
Which is pretty weak, but. But I mean, it's a great time of year, man.
Yeah, it is.
World Series is getting ready to start. Yep. This is the time of year baseball's good.
Oh, I told you, I've said this before. I will not watch baseball until now.
Playoff baseball's awesome.
Well, but it means something.
Yeah.
Fucking the third game of 162 games in
Are you
April.
Suggesting game 44 doesn't mean anything, Dave?
Yeah, I love this. The Moneyball was a great example. They were way the fuck down, and by July they're leading the league or whatever that was. But who could give a fuck? It's like they didn't make the World Series. Who gives a shit?
Well, I mean, that's so bringing that point up. The Nationals are going to be in the World Series this year for the National League. They were at one point in the season. They were the 1932 or something. They were awful, and somehow now they're playing in the World Series
because they had 150 fucking games to get caught up
to bring it back.
Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, it's like I said, I mentioned earlier about the Lowe's and the Halloween stuff.
It's Halloween season, man.
Yeah, it's Halloween season.
Some people are decorating.
You decorate? You guys put stuff out?
My wife does, stuff around the house. I mean, we don't go overboard. I think she would love to, but because we have a dozen kids, we're always doing something.
Yeah.
So, I think,
which is weird because there's 9 other kids there. That do you know they're yours or? If you have a dozen kids.
As far as I know, they are.
I know 3 of them are yours. I don't know where the other 9 came from.
They're mine. I mean, they've got certain features, big ears, smooth voices, weird.
That's awkward.
But
the house sounds great, though.
Awful singing voices, though. I mean, it's the weirdest thing. No. But Yeah, man. I mean, Halloween's it's a good time, man. Do you guys decorate much?
Well, my wife will put some stuff out. We don't have any kids, obviously, and well, obviously for us, we don't have any kids.
You guys dress the dogs up?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, my wife has for the big dog, she's got a skeleton outfit that
Oh,
literally,
cool.
I'm not joking, it glows in the fucking dark. So
That's awesome.
So he, like, obviously, not how most glow in the dark works. Once the light gets on it, it kind of gets it illuminating. And I let him outside in the backyard. It was pitch black out, and you just saw like the skeleton, these bones walking.
Just walking through.
And the little one has like a lamb outfit. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, it's still festive,
It's
man.
festive. So she, I mean, for Christmas we put sweaters on him and shit like that, and for the Christmas photo. But yeah, she dresses him up. We trick or treating, obviously. Kids.
I said, do you have them sit with you guys? Are the dogs out there?
We try to, but there's how they get fucking antsy, and you get like a 2-year-old coming up, and this big black fucking bone looking dog comes boiling at you.
Yeah,
you start to
it's
freak
probably
out. Yeah,
intimidating.
a little bit.
They don't know that they're the nicest dogs ever.
No,
gonna meet.
I mean, if you're that age, I mean, there are adults that get freaked out by them. I mean, it's just
There's pussies all over the place, Dave.
He's 80 pounds, so I guess if you get that barreling at you, it can knock you over.
Yeah, but I mean, they're always smiling.
Yeah, true.
I mean, they're pretty happy.
Showing their teeth, essentially.
Why would that be intimidating?
At all? I don't know. I'm saying. No, we do some stuff around here. It's funny, when we first got into the house, was a couple years ago now, where we lived in Chicago, we were in there for 10. In that 10-year span, we had, maybe 8 kids in 10
Really?
years. Oh, yes. Nobody showed up. So the first year, and we're in the suburbs. This is a subdivision of.
There's a ton of kids in this
There's
neighborhood.
a ton of kids in this neighborhood. So we get candy, and the doorbell rings at like 4:30, 5 o'clock, and there's like 8 kids at the front door. And my wife fucking loses it. She's like, I think she's on the verge of crying. She was so happy that there were kids at the door. And we had probably at least 50 to 100 kids come through here that first Halloween. She was so excited. I mean, she was so ecstatic. She's like,
yeah,
I'm going to run out of candy and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, she's like, you need to go get more. I'm like, I'm not fucking getting more candy. If we run out, we'll just lock the door and they can walk away. But
turn the light off. They're good.
Yeah, they're good. So, but yeah, we live in a cul-de-sac, so they just, it's safe for the kids to walk around here and stuff like that. And
do you guys stay in the house or do you go like sit in the driveway?
We stay in the house. I mean, I get weirded out because I see people sitting in the garage. I'm like, one of the things I thought was cool. Like I've seen people in the driveway and they'll have like the fire pit out there with them, and it's like especially if it's a nice year where it's like maybe we'll do that this year.
50 degrees at night. Like that's a good night.
Yeah, it is. We'd have to go buy a fire pit. But,
go buy a fire bowl, just like one of the aluminum fire bowls. It's perfect.
Yeah, I don't need anything expensive, and I don't need to last at one like.
Right, just needs to last 2 hours.
Yeah, just don't burn through in 2 hours.
Yeah.
When is Halloween?
I think so.
It's like a
31st.
Thursday.
I think it's a Thursday this year.
I think
Yeah,
it's a Thursday.
So that'll probably be the actual Halloween.
I think so. Yeah,
so that'd be cool.
Yeah,
typically isn't.
Yeah,
so.
was it? I think where my sister lives, they do they have Halloween. It's like on a fixed day, no matter what the time frame is.
Yeah.
It's not Friday nights because it crosses.
It's typically Thursday around here.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know, but
yeah. I mean, most of them.
What do you do? You got 3 kids.
Yeah. So we go out
of trick or treating age.
So, right. Yeah. They all go. So we take them. So I mean, we don't have one of us stick at the house and hand out. Like we may sit a bowl out of candy. But we don't, we both go with the kids. We want to enjoy it.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, are we assholes for not staying home? As long as we leave a bowl of candy, we're good, right?
I think so. I don't know how, if you're an asshole kid, you just take the bowl and walk away.
As long as I leave the bowl, I don't give a shit. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, do whatever.
Well, then you're kind of an asshole because then the next kid that comes up doesn't have any candy.
Yeah.
At least if somebody stays home, they can kind of meter it out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, it's on the honor system.
All right.
Okay? Don't be a dick. You know what? I'm going to put that this year. Hey, please take one. ... Don't be a dick.
And I can see you on my Ring camera phone or my Ring.
Yeah, if I say don't be a dick, do I have to put the Fragmental logo right below it? Don't be a dick.
Fragmental at fragmental.co. At Fragmental Co. Sorry, my bad. No, it's at Fragmental Co.
Well, it's at Fragmental Co, but website's fragmental.co.
Yeah, fragmental.co.
But yeah,
I
so
don't
we
even
take
know
the kids.
our own goddamn Twitter handle.
Yeah, man, what the hell, Dave?
I'm sorry, I got to
You
write
help
it
come
down.
up with this stuff.
I should put it on the whiteboard.
But no, I mean we take the kids around. I mean, my wife usually does the kids up with some, she's usually pretty creative, so we'll do something for the kids to dress up, and we just walk them around in our neighborhood. They get a shitload of candy. Because usually towards the end of the night, people are like, we didn't get as many kids as we thought, so they just start giving out handfuls.
Yeah, exactly.
So they can stop.
Yeah, we had, I think it was last year. This kids came up, and the parents kind of stand back. They kind of let the kids kind of go do their thing, and they're like halfway up the driveway.
That's what we do.
Just watching, and you hear the parents go, "Okay, just take 2," and my wife's like, "Take as many as you want," and she's like, "No, just take 2," and my wife's like, "You want a couple more?" She's like, and the mother's like, "Just take 2."
Fucking take 2.
Yeah. Hey, bitch! I said let him only take 2. She was getting a little not offensive or anything like that. Just kind of like just reinforcing the fact that to her kids to just take 2.
Well, I think it's because, right, as a parent, you don't want your kids to get too much.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, our kids will bring home 3. Like, I don't know about you, man. As a kid, we just used pillowcases.
Yeah.
We just use pillowcases.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, there's all these Halloween bags and buckets and whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let's fucking get a pillowcase. And my wife's like, no, we need.
Yeah, that'd be a little kind of ghetto to get with a pillowcase. I don't know why.
Well, maybe that's where I grew up. So you're right in the suburbs.
Yeah. Hey, I grew up in the sticks, man. I grew up in the middle of nowhere. I probably had a burlap sack that used to have corn feed in it or something.
Right? That what people use now for like the sack races and things
right?
like that.
Yeah, mine literally had feed in it. But what do your kids like to dress up as?
I mean, a lot of you get a lot of superhero type stuff.
Yeah.
This year, like my son's going to be a shark. They had this big shark mask at Target, and he loved it. So he put it on and started walking around biting people, and fake biting people. You guys can't see my quotation marks. They were like, "You want to be a shark, buddy?" He loves sharks, so he's like, "Yeah." So my wife will do something. Maybe we'll probably be in some kind of gray outfit.
Yeah.
But, so they're doing that, and I think one of my daughters is going to be a unicorn. She farts a lot. It's probably farting unicorn. But I mean, then the other one's going to be like a character from a Disney show. So I mean, those are big with the kids. The kids shows, a lot of superhero. I mean, superheroes are probably the number one outfits.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet we'll see no less than 50 Batmans in our neighborhood.
No less than 50 Batmans in the neighborhood. I mean, obviously, we just, like I said, we dress the dogs up. My wife has the bone outfit for the one dog and the lamb outfit for the other one. I think she has a frog outfit too. I think we have a couple.
You got to mix it up a little bit.
I guess. I don't know. I let her handle all of it.
Are the dogs cool with it, or are they looking at you guys like, you guys are assholes?
The one dog actually doesn't mind the clothes. The other one, the older one, the bigger ones, it could be like, when you put it on him, he's like, oh, fuck. Just really, and he just kind of walks away. The other one kind of walks. He's kind of happy to have it on, but he's the little one or littler one. He's the one like when he goes outside in the winter. He has literally a coat. It's waterproof, like that waterproof vinyl on the outside, and fleece on the inside, and I mean it's nicer than some of the coats I own. And he puts it on just so we can go outside. He knows like if I wear this, they'll let me outside. So he's cool with the clothes, so it works out. But when in your neighborhood, do the parents dress up?
Some of them do. So those are fun when you'll see like they're all part of the same whatever. So I don't know if it's a TV show, what's the Toy Story, right?
Yeah.
So you might get Woody and Buzz and Bo Peep and whatever. Like if the dad's the wiener dog, that's funny.
Yeah, that's awesome. We the one year they were all dressed up like Lord of the Hobbit.
Yeah.
So one of them was Frodo, one of them was something else, and I forgot what the kid was, whatever, like Gollum or something like that. So it was kind of, that's cool, like dressing up.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
Something different.
Yeah.
I always thought it'd be funny for like my son and I to go as Dr. Evil and Mini-Me. Since I have no hair, I already got the look, and he's shorter. But then I think he gets mad, and he's like, "Man, fuck you, I don't look like you, Dad."
Exactly. I have hair, goddammit.
But I always thought that'd be funny, and that we could sing just the two of us song.
You know what you could do though? You could do Fantasy Island. You could do Ricardo Montalban and the Hervé Villachez wear white. Everybody both wear white suits. You have to put a wig on.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
But,
yeah, I can't really help myself there. I'd have to. But
yeah, you can get the wavy wig hair, and you could. I mean, you can make your son have the
do the hair toss.
You do that. Well, I don't think it's a hair toss, but
would
that'd be Fantasy Island would be a good thing. That'd be kind of cool.
So, well, not for this year. We already got the shark stuff.
No.
I don't think I'm doing anything this year.
Do you normally dress up?
So we do not really to take them around. I might wear a fake mustache or something just to make the kids laugh.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll go to adult parties and we'll dress up. I think the best one year, my wife and I went as cleavage, and she like fabricated this huge bra for us to wear, and like,
that's awesome.
Like, what did we use? I don't think it was bouncy balls. We might have used beach balls, and then like because clearly I stick way out further than my wife. So she had a huge beach ball, and I used like a mini, like bouncy
like
ball.
Like a scrunchie.
But it was awesome. I'll have to see if I can find a picture. I'll show you.
That's good.
But yeah, that was awesome. That was probably the best one we've done.
That's what's great about like adult costumes, because you can go both ways, right? You can go like the Frodo, you can dress up and all that, or you can be like the fucking the slutty nurse or the
head nurse. That's what I like to call them.
Actually, I think you get that stuff. It's like, I saw a thing for Halloween costumes. They can't call it. Remember, Wednesday from the Addams Family?
Yeah.
So they have an outfit for Wednesday, but they don't call it Wednesday. It's like midweek personality or something like that. And the other one was fucking great too. It was was something else where it was like it has like a statement and not like a name, but it was like midweek. Devil Child or something like that, or Haunted Child.
Who the hell?
Because they
copyrighted the word Wednesday.
Well, but it's Wednesday. The outfit Wednesday is for character
for Wednesday Addams.
For Wednesday Addams. So that's where the legal piece comes in.
Pretty funny.
But it was like midweek Hell Child or midweek Haunted Child, something like that. It was fucking great.
I mean, there's some awesome costumes out there. We've done that. We did another really good one when she was pregnant, which was for about 5 years straight. A pregnant nun, and I was a priest.
Oh.
So there were so many, my buddies are all laughing because they're like, the Jews dressed as a priest.
Yeah. That's funny because that's how the religion started, was with a bunch of Jews. But everybody fucking forgets that.
Right. I bring that up every once in a while, just mostly because I'm a smart ass.
I'm Catholic and I bring that up. To like the Jews, I'm like, You realize we started all as Jews, right? That's
how this. You know the guy you're praying to?
Yeah,
Jewish,
circumcised.
the guy that you say has died for our sins, Jewish.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's a good one. Priest and the.
I thought that was good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We did Peter Griffin and Lois Griffin one year. So I could do the.
That's another good one.
Stop it, you bastard.
My wife and I haven't gone to too many Halloween parties.
The best part was I did the ball chin.
Oh, you did? Yeah. That's great.
We did not walk the kids around with that.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to. My wife would not let me.
With the ball chin? What a great drawing.
See, we've had some good ones.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but there's just some awesome costumes out there. I saw a guy at a party one year. He did... he put shoes on like little trash cans that came up to about his knees, and he said he was a midget standing on trash cans. It was hilarious.
That's funny.
So people come up with some creative shit.
Yeah, you've seen the one with the you've seen that. It's been floating around the internet for decades. The priest with like the little boy thing hanging from his crotch. When you said priest, that's the first thing that popped into my head.
Oh, that's
awful and wrong and funny all at the same time. I went one year as it was years and years ago. I think I was doing some type of painting or some type of something where I had to wear one of those like 3M, like the suits, right?
Like the one-piece painting suit thing?
Like a one-piece painting suit. And we had respirators, but the big respirators where you screw the cans onto the side. So I went as like a nuclear physicist or a nuclear worker or something like that. But I think that was the last costume I ever put on. The one year, it wasn't Halloween, but they threw a 40th birthday party for one of my wife's cousins. It was a 70s party.
Yeah.
So I went out and bought a bunch of gold chains, a big like black curly wig that kind of like almost like a Jerry curl wig that and then I had a fake mustache on and big like gold glasses. And my wife's cousin was talking. I'm like, hey man, what's up? I was talking to my wife's cousin, and he didn't know it was me. He was like, hey,
he didn't recognize you at all?
He didn't recognize me at all.
So that means you did a hell of a job.
Yeah,
man.
I had this old suit that was like a like an old double-breasted suit that was really kind of big on me, but it was just old. And I had an old like Hawaiian type shirt that I opened the chest hair up, like I had the V down the
like the full on
like
80s,
like a full on 80s, like a Magnum fucking chest hair glued on my chest, and
Magnum.
Because that was like the 70s, wasn't it? Magnum was like the 70s.
That was 80s, wasn't it?
Maybe 80s.
Magnum PI, right?
Yeah. No, that was 80s. Yeah, that was 80s. Yeah. What
That's a great theme song too.
That's just a fucking good show.
It was a good show.
Well,
Tom Selleck, man, dude, he was good shit back in the day.
He's still good.
He's still rocking a hell of a soup strainer.
Oh yeah.
Lip blanket,
Yeah,
whatever you want to call it.
I would just say mustache, but that's just me.
I must ask you a question.
We never. There was something on. I was telling you earlier. There's something on Twitter today about. There are two types of girls for Halloween, and the one girls they're like the slutty whatevers, and it pans around, and the other one's dressed up as like a full witch, and she's got this depressed look on her face, and it's like there are two types of people at Halloween. So you always have the slutty. You always have the slutty outfits, and then just like the normal or common outfits.
You know, the girl in the slutty outfit probably was having more fun.
Oh, I'm sure she was getting a lot more attention.
Oh, I guarantee it. But no, man, there's some awesome costumes out there. I like the funny. And even it doesn't have to be funny. I like just seeing people put effort into it. I've seen like where people paint on their face and it looks like they're unzipping themselves.
Yeah.
Like that's creative as hell.
What's great is my cousin's a professional makeup artist. So when her girls would go trick or treating, she's got like a fucking. I'm not talking. She's got like $10,000 worth of makeup. And she'd do eyes and like
she
blood.
Probably does some
she does some awesome stuff. Yeah, it was kind of cool. I've seen some stuff she's done, but I think their one daughter went as like a Dracula or whatever, and drew like it looked like real blood coming down like her chin and stuff like that. It's badass. I mean, so, but we were talking Halloween parties, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I haven't been to. You've been to a lot of Halloween parties?
I don't know. I'd say a lot. I mean, probably 10 to 20.
Yeah, I've been to a lot, but I just, I always wonder who has the best Halloween party. I mean, who do you think has who has the best Halloween party? Who would have the best Halloween party?
It's got to be, I don't know, somebody famous, right? Because you got to have money.
Yeah, you got to start there.
Excuse me. Sorry, listeners. Dan Blazarian, maybe?
Yeah. We got to get back to Dan.
I mean, what do you think? What do you think a Halloween party is like? First of all, is it at his house or does he rent an office building?
Yeah,
for the sake of our
Halloween party is like Office Christmas party,
right? For
the
the sake of our discussion here, for hyperbole, I think he rents out like an arena somewhere.
A warehouse, just a warehouse,
right? A warehouse,
so
a vacant warehouse.
It gets out of hand, they just bulldozes it over and
right. They're like, no, what the fuck?
Yeah, sorry, we took that whole wall out with my M80 grenade launcher, but
right. He's just out there. But I mean, we've already talked about this, right? He's gonna have smoking hot chicks all over. They're all the sweaty nurse or whatever.
Yeah, that's slutty costume outfit central right there. I don't think anybody's dressing up as a full-on witch at that point. You got the start. Somebody rich and famous is going to definitely have probably the best parties because they're just going to put a lot of money behind that.
Right.
They got professional makeup artists and
he's going all out, right? I mean, there's probably blow everywhere. There's
we can neither confirm nor deny that he has blow at his.
Well, I'm not saying that I know for a fact he does, but I'm just saying I presume they've got money. There's going to be great alcohol, right?
God,
I mean, there's no Natty Light at this party.
No, I'm sure it's all top shelf.
Right, it's all
Cristal.
Right, people are making fun like, "What are you drinking, Patron?"
I heard Cristal's not that great of a fucking champagne.
I've never had it. I mean,
It's just super
probably says
expensive.
more about me.
I'm not a champagne drinker anyway, but I just thought of that when I said Cristal. I'm like, I thought somebody told me it's really not that great.
It's just a status thing.
It's a
right?
status thing because it's expensive.
So I mean, I'll drink champagne. It's not bad. I mean, I like champagne. I guess. I mean, it's generally not my drink of choice ever, but yeah, I'm down with a champagne toast. Drop a strawberry in it to make it as feminine as possible, and then
Squeeze a blueberry in it like LaCroix.
Right. I got to LaCroix this champagne up. Give me a second. Luckily, I just happen to have this Vice with me.
Yeah, I've got half of a blueberry here. It might be a little too much for it, but
Right. Everybody come over here.
yeah,
LaCroix your champagne.
exactly. I need at least 10 glasses on this half of blueberry.
So, I mean, do you think, I mean, he probably does some awesome shit, like, as an entry, too. Like, he comes swinging in on a chandelier, like a head nurse giving him head. Like, he's sitting on a toilet dropping a deuce, like, while doing a chin up on...
The toilet seat is strapped to him as he takes the deuce.
Let's be honest, it's a gold toilet.
Yeah, exactly.
24 karat.
24 karat. It's 24 karats better than 14.
It's a higher number, right?
Is that how it works?
Doesn't that mean so?
It's a purity level, right?
Right. I think the higher the number, more pure. I think the lower the number, the harder the gold, or the more sturdy the gold. Or something.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Because gold's really soft.
Yes. So I think like 10 karat, right's probably a solid, good for a ring. It's a little more solid. Yeah, it's a 24 karat gold toilet.
So it's literally
it's
it's so soft his ass is like more like he molds the seat.
It's got a bidet in it too, right? And the bidet is like shooting out.
He washes his ass with Cristal.
I was going to say Grey Goose, but Cristal is way higher.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's sparkling. It like refreshes.
It is. You're right. You're right. Flush Johnny Walker Black.
Yeah,
Flush.
black. Yeah, because that's the low end. You don't.
No, that's the higher, not the like
green
red
light.
is the green and red are the
Yeah. Well, let's go with Johnny Walker Red then, because I'm not
because it's shit. There you go. I got it. Okay.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
I mean,
it's definitely not with the blue. It's
yeah,
not
I mean,
blue
he's
label.
swinging in. Yeah. I mean, rope.
It's Halloween though, right? Wouldn't it be like more of a haunted house?
Yeah, well, that's why it's a chandelier, right? There's chandeliers in haunted houses. Like,
True.
what song is he swinging in on? I always feel like somebody's watching me, or
Maybe. What's the Halloween? No, Beat It that was the Halloween video.
Beat It.
Yeah.
He's coming in to Beat It.
Beat It was the Halloween video. No, it wasn't. What was the Halloween video?
You're Thriller.
God damn it.
Okay, he's coming into Thriller, right?
Yeah, Thriller.
Yeah, he's coming into Thriller.
That's a classic that just goes along with Halloween.
Hey, right. Say what you want about MJ. I mean, the dude in the 80s was about as good as it got.
Yeah.
Before he got fucking weird.
Yeah, well, he was probably weird from the beginning. It just
I mean, he was normaler in the early 80s, right?
yeah, I guess.
I mean, that album was
Oh, that
Thriller,
album.
Beat It, Billie Jean.
Yeah, that was killer.
I mean, that's
one of the best. I mean, it's one of the
it
tops.
stood the test of time for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's swinging.
He didn't, but the album did.
Swinging in on to Thriller.
Yeah.
What's he dressed up as? What do you think? He's got a badass outfit. He's in.
Well-
No, you know what? He's dressing as himself. He's fucking Dan Blazarian.
Yeah. Who are you dressed as? Me. That'd be good. How would you dress like for us normal folk? How do you dress like Dan Blazarian as who are you supposed to be?
Look,
I'm Dan Blazarian.
I don't know that
You
my
have to
wife.
rent like a fucking Ferrari.
I don't know that my wife could hold her breath long enough to give me a 3-hour blowjob.
Give her a snorkel.
I mean, in his defense, he's rotating chicks on those blowjobs. I don't think my wife's okay with that. So, right. In a Ferrari with, some sweet, like 50 cal
Yeah.
machine gun on top.
Exactly.
That's
awesome.
The chicks driving it are just like in chain bikinis.
Chainmail, like the chainmail bikinis.
Oh man, dude, I think what else would he do, man? Because I do think it'd be the dopest party ever.
I would.
Well, plus it's going to be a who's who, right? Like,
it'd be. Well, yeah. I mean, does he hang out with people? I haven't really. He's kind of by himself.
But I mean, his who's who is different than ours. Like his is just rich people and probably a bunch of Instagram people, right?
Yeah.
So we'd probably be
bunch
like
of influencers,
right? We're going to be like, who the fuck are all these? And they're like, what? Dude, that's Ninja.
Yeah. He's got 10,000 fucking
like what?
tweet users on whatever.
Influencers don't even go by their
Instabook.
Half of them don't even go by their names. Instabook. They don't even go by their names. They just give themselves like a weird moniker or whatever. So I mean, Like what?
Yeah.
What-
Says Mike and Dave.
Yeah, that's a weird moniker.
Yeah, it is.
But no, I mean, the Carnastians would probably be there, right? I'm fairly confident he's nailed at least 3 of them.
They're not black. He needs no way he has.
Yeah, he's got enough money though.
Maybe.
Right? I mean, there's 2 ways into their lives: money and BBC.
Either, yeah, exactly.
I mean, Ray J slid in from the right, but I mean, he kind of slid in.
Well, what did you say before? He made him famous.
Yeah,
Ray J's dick. Those of you who want to be famous, go see Ray J's dick.
He's got the best line forever. You know, my dick's so good I made their entire family famous. Billionaires, apparently.
Well, one of them.
Yeah, okay, one.
Wow.
He may not have fucked that one, though.
I don't think so. I don't think
She would have been like 3.
Yeah.
Back then.
No, she would have been older. She would have been in her early teens, I think.
But was that like her 18th birthday present? To really
Ray
take
J.
this off?
Yeah.
Ray J. He just comes in twirling his dick.
Hey! Oh, God. Kim got you a birthday gift. It's Ray J.
What am I being hazed?
Well, wasn't OJ saying he hit the mother? I thought I heard
OJ said
yeah.
Ray J did?
No, OJ said he back in the day he was banging.
But I think he also said he is not the one daughter's.
Yeah,
dad.
but I'm not saying he knocked her up, but I'm saying he was banging the mother.
He probably took her to Pound Town.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she referred to him as Oj. So I think to be able to call him Oj and not OJ, you probably had to take that BBC.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he was aggressive. Just saying.
From what we can gather from past history.
I mean, just from piecing things together like an investigator, let's say. Imagine he went pretty hard at the throat.
Exactly. I was out the other night. This actually, it's funny we're bringing this up. Somebody mentioned the OJ view of Family Guy's view of OJ, and it was just like, it's like, oh no, Nicole, what happened? And my good buddy Ron, or not Ron, is it Ron? Yeah, it was Ron.
Yeah, Ron Goldman.
Ron Goldman. He goes, oh my God, what happened? That's fucking great. Family Guy.
Peter was golfing with him. Peter with OJ.
Yeah, Peter was golfing.
Good episode.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, I suspect like anybody that's I would guess like let's go back to the Kardashians because they're fame people or want to be famous people. They're gonna be the outrageous kind of throwing the outrageous kind of party.
I hate the Carnastians. They probably throw a hell of a party.
Oh,
I would want to go to it. I bet there's tits and ass everywhere. Mm-hmm. Dong probably. I'm not into that, but I guarantee there's lots of.
Well, maybe I wouldn't.
I think they might be like. There was a minimum to get in here, and you're like, oh, it was $100, and they're like
inches,
8,
yeah, 9+ only.
Damn it!
Is that $9,000 or is that 9? No, inches. What was I gonna say?
Is there a formula where we factor in the girth that maybe I can make up for?
Is it cubic or is it?
Come on, there's got to be some kind of formula.
Exactly.
I'm Jewish. There's a workaround. How do we do this?
Exactly.
Let's negotiate now.
Let me put my thinking cap on.
Right. This is Brentwood. You know the negotiation style of our people.
Yeah. Silas, come over here. Help me with this. Bust your calculator out.
Hyman, do you mind helping me get in here?
Oh, God.
No, they would throw a hell of a party.
Oh, I'm sure they would.
There's got to be a pool there. So somehow Blazarian, even in a warehouse, he imported a pool. It's an in-ground pool.
He built an in-ground pool just for this party. I don't know how. I mean, Jesus, I know he's got some cash, but does he have that much cash? I mean, he's rich.
I mean, dude. We're talking about a $350,000 party. I bet he's got it.
Oh, I'm not saying he doesn't, but it's like. I mean, wow. I'm
Look,
assuming that he's building a pool.
I wasn't taking it overboard. The pool wasn't big enough to fit his yacht in, just his jet ski.
He's riding a jet ski in an in-ground pool in a warehouse.
Yeah, I bet it's a pretty sweet party, dude.
Oh, I mean, sure. I would.
And they probably have a sweet DJ, right? Like, I don't know.
Like Dead Mouse is there.
Dead Mouse, yeah. Deadmau5.
I don't know. I don't know all the DJs out there.
I don't either. But
Kashi 69. Oh no, he's not a DJ.
No, he's just taking the D.
Yeah, no, he's in prison, right?
He's given BJ. I'm sure. He's a little bitch.
Who's the
I'm sure
dude?
he's taking.
Is he the one that he's the one that testified against everybody, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
He's got the.
And he didn't want protective custody.
Well, I mean, come on. They can send him wherever the hell they want. He's got a big 6'9" tattooed on his face.
Yeah.
Lots of people have that.
Yeah, exactly.
With rainbow hair and like penis.
Well, I would assume that the who does it? The marshals that do the witness protection program, they probably would have shaved his head. And put now you have to put this makeup on every day.
Here's a mask.
Yeah, exactly. Wear this.
But yeah, I guess he denied it because he thinks he's going to be a rapper again. So I did hear somebody gave him a friggin' record deal.
Why?
This, you know what? Because that's how these generations work now, Dave.
God, I feel like the fucking crotchety old man on the.
But I mean,
front porch
first of
my
all, his
shotgun.
music was awful. And yeah, he's gonna make a few $1 million. I mean, over under on how long he lives. We going 6 months?
Yeah. You know why? You know why they got a record deal? This is why they got a record deal. Because that motherfucker knows, the guy that gave him the record deal knows he's gonna be dead in about 6 months. And then anybody after you're dead, everything goes up.
Right. So they're just gonna record like, dude, for the next week, we're gonna go into a room. Nobody will know where this is. We're gonna record 1,000 songs.
Yep. And they'll just release the greatest, like, hey, the unheard hits of Tekashi 69.
Well, it's like Tupac it seems like releases an album every 3 years.
Exactly.
Like, wasn't he murdered in 97?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't murdered. Let's go back to conspiracy theories. He wasn't murdered.
Oh, we didn't touch on that one.
He's in a room somewhere in like British Columbia.
Man, that's pretty hard to keep that.
Churning out albums.
Still just turning out. Did you see that Dave Chappelle where they said, "Oh, this is the new Tupac album," and the guy was dancing. He's like, "Dave Chappelle, that ain't your wife." And Dave Chappelle's looking around. He's like, "Wait, what the fuck?"
No,
that was a great skit.
Oh God, that's a great show.
But okay, so back to the parties. I mean, I don't know. So. I don't know. Famous people's would be the best. I've been to some good parties, man. We did one. My fraternity, we had a 3-story house. Mm-hmm. We had a pretty good party. I mean, it wasn't like a specific theme. You just wore whatever. I dressed up as like we were going to go, me and a guy. No, we were Jay and Silent Bob.
Oh, there you go.
I was Silent Bob because I was short and fat. He was Jay because he was tall and skinny.
Was he blonde or do you wear a wig?
He wore a wig. We kept our hair short, so we both had to wear wigs.
Okay.
And I wore a backwards hat. Did I mention I was fat?
Yeah, you covered that already.
I wasn't very fat compared to now then, but I was chubby. And we smoked a lot of weed. So
makes perfect sense.
Yeah, so we did. I thought that was a good outfit. But the party was good, right? I think we probably had probably 150 people by the end of the night.
Oh, that's a good party.
So we had like the way our fraternity was set up, man. We had a DJ booth. We had a bar in each room. We had like a little fuck area. Literally, like there was a mattress in like a hallway that people fucked on. I mean, clearly you don't want to be the bottom because you're literally laying probably in thousands of loads.
I'm getting sick as we speak.
I mean, dude, I had a girlfriend, so I didn't fuck anybody down there. The girlfriend became my wife, dude. She was not in Syracuse, but yeah, dude, we had a great Halloween party. I mean, good outfits. I remember a buddy of mine said, first pair of tits I see gets a Jell-O shot, and we probably saw 20. We only had one Jell-O shot to hand out, so that was interesting. But that was a good time.
That's awesome. Yeah, I never got into I'm not a huge Halloween guy, but it's. I mean, so I've only been to a couple of parties, but they're all right. No Kardashian or Blazarian
right.
parties.
Nobody was snorting blow off my dick.
Exactly. Again. No, but I mean you got the parties, you got the kids. I mean, what else we got?
What about haunted houses, man? Like haunted houses, like that's a staple this time of year. Did you guys do a lot of the haunted houses or haunted forests or any of that kind of shit?
No, I mean but you know what's kind of thrown in here as well too before we kind of move on to the haunted house pieces. Now you've got like the pumpkin rides, and you've got like it's more of a fall thing, right? So you go pick pumpkins, and you got the hay rides and all that kind of apple picking and
yeah, those are good fall things.
Yeah.
Those are
well, because they kind of lead up. That's kind of like the precursor to Halloween.
You're right. I mean, yeah, is Halloween or Thanksgiving the climax of fall?
It's got to be Thanksgiving.
Probably Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah, that's kind of the end of like when you're done with Thanksgiving. It's like, well, where I grew up, it could be snowing or it may not be snowing, but
well, by Thanksgiving, it's probably already snowed 20, 30 inches upstate New York.
It depends.
I mean, the first, I'll never forget when I was in Syracuse, the first snowstorm was 10 inches. Like here, when it snows, usually the first snowstorm is just like a little dusting. Don't get me wrong. The city freaks out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was 10 inches in Syracuse. I'll never forget.
And nobody batted a fucking eye.
No, not in the city, but there was a guy 2 rooms down from me who was from Hawaii.
Oh my God.
He loved it. It was the first time he'd ever seen real snow. So he was doing snow angels in a tank top and shorts. And at that point, it was probably like 5 inches of snow. It was still snowing.
Yeah.
We're like, Kanu, just come here. He's like, this is amazing.
Yeah. Before you get fucking frostbite.
Right. We're like, things you haven't learned in Hawaii. Frostbite's a real thing.
Here's a good story. And speaking of Halloween, I was working and I was driving home. It was Halloween night. It was like midweek, like a Wednesday or Thursday or something like that. And I'm driving through my hometown and it started to snow. I mean, we got 5 inches of snow on Halloween in upstate New York.
Jeez.
And on Halloween. And I was kind of chuckling because as I'm driving into the village, kids are walking up the street, do the trick or treating, but it's snowing out. So they got their costumes on, but then they've got like their big winter coats over it, and they're like their winter boots on there as well too, and they're trudging through like the snow to go trick or treating. I'm like, this is fucked up.
So the parents are like, "What are you?" And the kid's like pissed off.
Exactly. Yeah, I'd show you, but it's fucking 30 degrees outside and it's snowing right now.
Right.
So
that's awful.
Yeah, it was. It was like I think we got 5 or 6 inches on Halloween.
Oh man.
But yeah, Thanksgiving is probably the and
yeah,
I think that's like closing the door.
Yeah, my wife's grandpa he's got a farm in the middle of Columbus, which is kind of unique. He does hay rides every year.
Yeah,
and do like a around Halloween type season. It's awesome. Goes around his property. He's got a lake. Mm-hmm. May or may not be bodies in there, but it's awesome. The kids love it.
What about I haven't done them, but like those haunted corn mazes and shit like that.
So yeah, that actually he used to do haunted hay rides.
Oh wow!
But it ended up getting so big, he was like, "I'm not gonna spend insurance, pay for insurance for this."
Right.
So he had to cut it off.
Oh, that sucks.
But it got to the point where like people were lining up down his street. And he's like, okay, I'm good with this. We're just gonna invite over people. I'll do 3 or 4 hay rides. We're good.
Yeah.
But dude, we love those things. My wife and I used to go to them all the time. Honestly, one really cool one we did was the Mansfield Prison.
Yeah, I was just about to go there with the Mansfield Prison one.
You know what that is?
Yeah, that's where Shawshank was filmed. Yeah.
So right one, it was cool. We're there for a haunted house, but then. I'm a dude, so clearly I'm like, oh, this is where. So as we're there, I'm like, hey, Andy Dufresne crawled through a river of shit and piss and came out right here.
Why he did it on taco night, I'll never know.
So it was pretty cool, man.
Was it taco night or enchilada night?
Enchilada night.
Oh, enchilada.
I wasn't going to correct you.
Yeah, I know.
You were close enough.
It's Mexican food.
But it was awesome, dude. I mean, we, they did the, where they jump out and scare you thing. That was cool. Right? It scared the younger kids and teenagers. But my brother went with us, and we went in one of the cells, just the two of us. And no joke, the cell was 10 degrees colder than just walking in the main area.
Oh, wow.
So that's freaky, right?
Yeah.
Because this thing hasn't been in operation in 30 years. How many people died in this thing, right? Mm-hmm. So the cell, I mean, most people's bathrooms are bigger than this. So it was very small. So we just went in there. That kind of freaked us out, man.
Yeah,
when it was so cold. And we were like, oh, man, I'm out. Because we were kind of joking, like, hey, dude, I dare you to close that thing. Like the door.
Door, right.
And then I'm like, no, I'm joking, dude. Don't close the door, man.
The other problem is it may latch.
That's why I'm like, don't do it, man. Like, I don't want to be stuck here. I will shit myself.
And you're cleaning it up.
Yeah, right. I'm the older brother. I would clean it up.
Exactly.
But it was awesome, dude. I mean,
there are some amazing haunted houses. I mean, I was going to mention the Mansfield one, but there were some. I think Chicago has some crazy kind of haunted houses where people come out of there literally freaked out because they go over the top with obviously the makeup and everything, but people bailing out and stuff like that. I'm not a big scare guy, so I'm like the movies and shit. I'm not a big fan of that stuff anyway. So I'm obviously not a big haunted house guy. But the level that some of these people will go through to put a haunted house on is just fucking crazy.
So I enjoy the whole process. Like I like scary movies, but I'm not a guy who I'm not running through a haunted house going, "Man," getting scared or whatever. I'm laughing.
Yeah.
But I like you said, the artwork, the things that are on the walls, black lights everywhere look really cool. One year I remember going in high school, one of the girls painted her nails in like glow in the dark nail polish. Mm-hmm. So like we're in these dark rooms you can't see, we just see her fingernails, which is kind of neat.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like they use real chainsaws, they just take the actual chain off of
right.
it. But I mean that thing is the real deal. So I mean that's a little trippy. You got to look at them like, man, what's this guy, man?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean that's the cool. I mean that level of detail.
Yeah,
it's funny. You were talking about haunted houses. The house my dad grew up in, or one of the houses my dad grew up in, was literally haunted.
Oh, man.
Literally, they leave the house at night to go to church or whatever. Shut all the lights off. When they got home, all the lights were on, but nobody was home. Shirts would be moved. Stuff would be moved in the house.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, that's creepy. Here's where it got really creepy. My dad tells me the story. Like, my grandfather told him, like, hey, we're going to put a new sidewalk in. They had just stones in the grass for the sidewalk. And when him and his brother, my uncle, went to go move them and pull them up, they were headstones.
Oh,
yeah, the
man.
steps to the house were headstones of a I think there was a cemetery there at one point.
Holy crap!
Yeah, my mother. I think when my mother started dating my dad, that's where he was living, and it was that freak. I mean, she was like, literally, it was freak. It wasn't like they were like the ghost or whatever, whoever's there was trying to get them out, but it was like doors that were closed were then opened. Just those little.
Dude, that's the stuff that freaks me out.
Yeah, that's
seriously.
But that's like it where you start to wonder, like, is that something? Do they exist? Do they not exist? And my dad doesn't say they exist or doesn't exist. He just goes, this is like very factual. Says, I hung a shirt up on the staircase, and when I went to go get it, it was gone, and I was the only one home. The lights are off, but then they're all on again. The fact that you go to move the fucking sidewalk and they're goddamn
that's
gravestones.
Crazy. My wife would love that. She loves to be scared. But I mean, those things do freak us out. I mean, we watched
I could see you climbing over her could probably be pretty scary on top of it as well too. So
yeah, I told you she likes to be scared. I may die, but I'm going to take this for the next
exactly
20 minutes.
10.
1 3/4.
It's gonna be the best 3 to 5 minutes of her entire life. Anyway,
but yeah, I mean, what was the one Amityville Horror? We watched that. And she made me go upstairs and stand in front of the bathroom door when she had to go to the bathroom.
That's funny. I saw a meme the other day. It goes, my kids want an in-ground pool next year or this spring or whatever. Tonight we watch Poltergeist.
That's awesome.
That movie freaked me out because I think I was like 8 or 10 or whatever.
Dude, that's the stuff that the ghost stuff does get me. I can't say for certain. I believe our old house, or one that's our rental property now, I do believe that house was haunted. Because there would be plenty of times, right? It was a rough area.
Yeah.
So I would hear things downstairs. And so I come running down there, and every door, every window is locked from the inside. There was a toy that went off that the next morning I looked at, had no batteries in it. And then I think kind of for me, what was the icing on the cake was I was talking to somebody, and I'm in we had like a little addition room. We didn't add it on, but we call it the addition. And I was in there, and our cat came walking up and stopped right at the threshold and did the kind of puffed up thing, the meow, and then like bouncing sideways. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I swear to God, I saw a shadow move in there. And that was an area of the house where a car driving by, you don't see lights or anything like that. So I ran out. I'm like, holy crap. I do believe that house was haunted.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like we ever had anything vicious happen, nothing malicious.
But like my dad said, it's like stuff gets moved or the thing moves on. It's like this. It's odd stuff that happens that really shouldn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely freaked us out at times. I remember my brother and his buddies spent the night because somebody did die in the house. The guys who bought it off of were two gay men. And the guy said, yeah, my husband did die, and he did die in that room. So we did tell one of my brother's buddies that, and we were like, well, the guy we bought the house off of, his husband died. And he was like, his husband? So he slept with his butt up against the couch the whole night.
You get anal from a ghost.
Last time I checked, I don't believe I don't believe ghosts give you an ass pounding. I think maybe they do.
Maybe they do. I don't know. Maybe they do. Good for them if they did.
But we love the haunted houses, man.
Yeah,
it's fun
awesome
stuff, man. The kids, my 3 younger kids, I don't think are ready for it. But my oldest daughter, I mean, she loved it all through high school.
Yeah, you got to get to a certain age. You don't really you don't fucking torment them.
Right. If my kids saw it now, they're not sleeping for a week.
Yeah, exactly. It's more problem than it is fun.
I think you have to be mature enough to know it's fake, even though it might freak you out. The one thing that always got me is where those dudes come close enough to touch you. That's always been my thing. It's like, and they tell you, like, don't touch them. Some of these are children. They're this. And it's like, okay, well, that dude should not be hovering in my face.
Yeah. I will punch the motherfucker.
So I've never done that at a haunted house, but one year when I was a kid, I might have been like 10. This guy, he was doing Freddy Krueger, right? Mm-hmm. So he's doing this big production on his, big front porch, flailing his arms all over the place, and he's got his glove on, and he had a strobe light. So as he's putting, like, he wasn't dropping the candy, and he reached his claw into my bag. And in my mind, it looked like he was taking candy out and not putting it in. I slapped him and just took off, just ran.
Slapped his hand or his face?
His face. Just took off sprinting.
You're taking my candy, motherfucker.
That's the way I looked at it at the time. But it's the strobe light, I think, that got me.
Oh, man. Well, kind of wrapping up here a little bit, but we're in Halloween season, man, so...
Yeah, folks, happy Halloween.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy Halloween. Well,
make sure you dress up as the head nurse.
Yeah, as long as you're...
as long as I'm Dan Blazarian.
Yeah, and you're female.
That's fair.
Yeah, fair enough. But hopefully we got some... Hopefully we're going to get some guest lines up here in the next couple of episodes. So, remember we're on Twitter at Fragmental Co.
We're on Twitter. We're on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Google Play, the website. So we're pretty much, you can get us any way you want at this point.
Yep, absolutely. So thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Dave.